about a minute underway before the start of the second half here at Chase Gymnasium. It's Jake Macias and Serena Andrade joining you for all day's action. We had two women's games, and here we are for the third and final game here in La Mirada. We appreciate you for joining Eagles broadcast. Let's break down the halftime statistics brought to you by West Coast Sand and Gravel. Very even shooting splits, 40% from the floor for Biola, 42% for Cal State San Marcos. But everyone knows what we're about to say. 1 for 13 from beyond the arc for Biola. 7% as a team from deep. What do the Eagles need to do differently from deep to get those shots through?
Well, I mean, there's different factors. Are they rushing the shot? Are these contested threes? Are these threes where they have a lot of time? Do they need to slow down and really focus? Are they putting too much strength? So they need to just get into that groove and rhythm that they find within practice and all the moments that they practice for this moment, like in game. I think another thing that we need to touch on is 1 for 3 from the free throw line, while San Marcos is 10 for 14. What do you think about that, Jake?
Attacking the basket hasn't been what the Eagles have been doing. It's what they should be doing, but they've been relying on that three-point shot that hasn't been working out for them. We'll see if they switch it up here. Defense from the Eagles right away to force a turnover, but they give it right back.
We haven't seen much from Love, and we talked about watching out for him in the first half. Do you think that we're going to see a better second half from him?
Most likely, when you have a player that solid offensively, good chance that he's going to get right back in the rhythm. Both halves for him yesterday were working out really well. Of course, you talk about him right now, only 3 points in that first half. It is a foul on Love. But typically when you come off a night as hot as you are, the next day it's a little bit hard to stay on track and to score another 30-piece. But again, 3 points, not what we expected so far. No look, bounce pass underneath. Wide open, Chris Harris cleans it up.
You bring up a good point. Scoring 34 one night and then coming the next day and scoring as much. You also can't ignore the fact that Biola, he's probably a part of their scout and a big part of their scout. So it's puts on another challenge for him to endure.
Outlet pass. Way up high. It is far. It is out of here. A turnover for the Eagles. I'm excited for baseball, now that I just said it. Max Tengen, who had a great first half. Driving inside, kicking it out to Love. 10 to shoot. Driving inside, right over TPT, cleaning up his own miss. Dexter Stratton, which I talked about in the pregame, the matchup to watch, him and TPT. It's going to be a battle of the bigs. Harris now to Brown, 17-footer, well short. Stays here, another good look. Wide open, Love, back on track. 6 points for Love. From San Diego City College, here now as a senior. 11-point San Marcos lead. Cameron Brown taking contact. That is and one, number 2 for Cameron Brown. Both in very similar fashion. Getting to the rim, scooping up and under, and earning a trip to the line. Brown leading this team with 9 points. Can't convert. Cam Brown had a good game last game, 13 points for him in their win against Cal State LA. Charlie Gaylor up to get the rejection. Chris Harris spinning, can't finish. Out back to Gaylor. 3-point shooting is right on par with what we saw in that first half. And that's going the other way. Great awareness from the freshman Leighton Martin to stand still right outside of that restricted zone. Saw Leighton Martin in the last game with the win. 10 minutes for him, no points. Still no points for the Eagles in this one, but very defensive and a pass-first guard so far from what we've seen from the freshman. Again, somebody who takes care of the ball. He didn't have a turnover in those 10 minutes. Same thing here. Start things up top. There's Brown taking the contact. Off balance, forces the miss. Oh, help defense. A big mistake for the Cougars. Chris Carrillo up to 5 points. Now first three-pointer and a timeout called. Some miscommunication here for the Eagles. It's a 12-point San Marcos lead. 16 minutes left. We'll be back. Well, the shooting struggles that we saw in the first half have carried on into the second half for the Eagles. 2 for 7 from the floor, that's 29%. But San Marcos just right behind them, 3 for 8, 37%. The 2 for 3 from beyond the arc has given them the biggest lead of the night. They're up 12. Leighton Martin, who talked about a little bit so far to start this second half off. Chris Harris, jab. Got to give some credit, though, to the San Marcos defense. They've really stepped up, contested a lot of tough shots, and forced a lot of bad quality looks for the Eagles so far. Goalie ball underneath. Great defense from Tyus. Still San Marcos ball. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Max Tengen with 1 to shoot. He doesn't realize it. Actually, it was Chris Carrillo who took the 3. He had no idea how much clock was left. A whistle called. 44-32. Cougars up. We'll be back. So this is home opener number 5 for me here at Chase Gymnasium. What has been one of your favorite moments as a Biola athlete at one point, now you're commentating? What's been one of your favorite moments as an athlete specifically? And then what's been one off the court or off the field, being able to broadcast one of the games?
That's a great question. I think one of my favorite moments being an athlete is just competing. There's nothing that you can mimic the game of college soccer, just college athletics in general. It's a different competitive environment that you just when you're in it, it's amazing. On the outside of it, it's been cool to just see athletes. You just see different details, right? When you're in the game, you don't get to see all the things that go into making these events happen. And so, being on the outside of it and being a spectator, it's been really cool witnessing all the different details and the people like you, Jake, being involved in it.
That has got to be the most wholesome pair of answers I've ever heard. I thought you were going to say my favorite part was trucking somebody over in a soccer game. Instead, we got a very wholesome response, so thank you. TPT with the right hand draws some contact. 2 free throws for him. Seen some pretty cool moments. I remember seeing a lot of buzzer beaters. If you're familiar with the Biola program over the course of the last few years, Casey Capo was an incredible basketball player here at Biola. Hit a buzzer beater against Azusa at Azusa. That was one of the best moments ever as a Biola fan. And then the season that they had last year was just so much fun to watch for them, and the progress that they made under Dave Holmquist. Fun to watch and fun to be a part of. It's really cool to be able to connect with these players as a broadcaster. That's part of our job, right? We want to try to figure out what it is that they like to do, not only on the court, but off the court. And to your point, there's a lot that goes into the games that a lot of people don't know. A lot of people working on this row of staff.
And it's something that I would say, I mean, it's easier said than done. When I watch a game, I just come to watch it. But the details that you guys have to recognize is something super cool. And try to understand the game, simply. It can be challenging.
I love how you say you guys, but you're also in this mix. You are also a part of that. Hook shot's good for the big man.
You know, I like to say, once an athlete, always an athlete, but yes, I am in the midst of it.
I wanted to take a photo of that poster, but it's not going to count. Still a 12-point game. Before the slam, it was a whistle on the ground.
I want to see a poster, but I don't want to see it from San Marcos. I want to see it from TPT. I want to see more action from him this game. He had a great game last game. I just want to see more. I think that he can challenge the matchup that he's in tonight more.
There was one game where the Eagles took on Dominguez Hills, and one of the players on the team, his name was Andre Ball. It was LeVar Ball's nephew. LeVar Ball came to the game here in La Mirada. Unfortunately, none of the brothers did. But Andre Ball could get up. His head was above the rim. Incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Here's Walker Wheeler in the corner, who had a 3 on the other corner, on the other side. Corey with the right hand, rattles in. That's that Minnesota nice roll.
I have to ask, what was it like having Lamar Ball in Chase Gymnasium?
Oh, it was great. I got to take a photo with him, got a video with him. I'll show you once I pull it up. I tricked him into thinking it was my friend's birthday. So he wished my friend a happy birthday even though it wasn't his birthday.
That's awesome. That's awesome. If you know LeVar Ball, you know he's a huge personality. His presence is loud. Not only is his words and his voice loud, but he's a standout guy. That's why I have to ask you, what was it like?
I'll show you during the break. Here's Brown off the glass. Up and under, couldn't go. Big shout out to LeVar Ball. Very nice to really anybody that was talking to him. Everybody wanted a photo with him, and he was kind enough to do that with everybody. So shout out to LeVar Ball. Great move underneath. A little European sauce on that one. A foul called before the travel. 6th team foul. Only 1 team foul for the Eagles. 2nd personal for Max Tengen.
We talked about free throws in the first half. Biola's 2 for 3 right now from the free throw line, so that's an improvement from the first half. I think both teams, though, their percentage from the field goal has both decreased, with San Marcos at 38.5% and Biola at 25%.
Like to see them attack the basket a little bit more. Cash in. And a whistle called. 1 for 14 from beyond the arc for the Eagles. 6% as a team. And they're only down 12. Just under 12 minutes left to go. We'll be back. Well, Serena, I'm starting to get gray hairs watching the way the Eagles are shooting from beyond the arc. 6% is not going to cut it. And not only that, but San Marcos is shooting 43% from deep. I do really like what the Eagles are doing from inside. That's how they scored, of course, almost all their points. Brown trying to keep it in play. There's 15 seconds on the shot clock here for San Marcos. 9 offensive rebounds for the Cougars, only 6 for the Eagles. Out rebounding now has started to add up here for San Marcos. Foul call, it's an and one. +1 for number 1. Love back on the board. Love converting on the and one. That's, I believe, 9 points for Love now. Could be wrong. 51-36. Eagles need to find a way to climb back. Right now, a very poor showing on the shooting. Chris Harris out of nowhere. Count it. I think I just saw an eagle fly. Second bucket for Chris Harris. Chance to continue to cut into this lead. This is about the time where they need to start getting into gear, because you don't want to wait to the last second if you're the Eagles trying to make a comeback. Good on the and one, 5 points. Chris Harris. Man down, catch and shoot, threes off the mark. Walker Weir able to claim his territory. Corner, Walker Weir, one more. Hot potato here for the Eagles. Brown, Euro step, oh wow. Straight up, but it's going to be an and one again. So great offensive sequence for the Eagles. Result now, great response for San Marcos. Back up 12. Coming up empty on the N1 chance. It's going to be a foul on the ground, putting them in the bonus. A 1-and-1 opportunity here for Walker Weir. This is a Biola team that didn't get to the line too much last game. Only 12 free throws for them. Similar story here. They shot 8 for 12 from the charity stripe yesterday, or whenever that game was. I believe it was yesterday. It was. Weir off the mark, into the hands of the Cougars. Free throw struggles continue. Four for 7 from the line here for Biola so far. 10 seconds to shoot. Out for deep. Oh, he rips it away. Brown finding an open Dykstra. No good again. Here's Walker Weir, spot up jumper, off the mark. That possession right there has summarized this entire game for the Eagles. 6%, 1 for 17 from beyond the arc. Shooting 36% as a team. And it's not like these looks have been bad. They have had very good looks. They just have not been able to cash in. Still well within reach to get this game back on track. Leading back over a 4 and Chris Harris.
Yeah, if I'm the Biola team, win or lose this game, I'm practicing my 3-point shooter after this game. Plus, coach should be stressing that if they're going to take that many threes, they better be landing at least half, if not more than half. Right now, they're not doing that.
Walker Weir wanted the and one. San Marcos is saying, no way that's a foul. Instead, 2 free throws here for Walker Weir. 4 for 8 from the line here for the Eagles as a team. That's obviously 50%. For San Marcos, double the amount of free throws taken compared to the Eagles, 16, making 11 of those 16. Make the first.
This may be a silly comment, but it's something I've noticed in basketball. When the foul is against you, the coaches often say it's not a foul, but then when it's not for them, they always say it's a foul. It's always interesting with how these coaches commentate about the foul calling in the game. All coaches, not just Biola, not just the opponent.
I reserve my right to remain silent. Weir goes 1 for 2 from the line. He didn't shoot a free throw in the last game, so these are his first free throws of the season. 13-point game. Love over Charlie Gaylor, well short. Team that loves to pass the ball around the perimeter. Out to Aranda, wide open. Not good again. But Weir's there to clean it up. 8 points for Walker Weir. Weir had 9 points in the last game against Cal State LA. They got to stop shooting the three ball. They're not making any of them. All of their points have been coming from inside. Let's stick to what's working, and that's been everything inside that 10-foot circle. Can't fall through. More good defense here from the Eagles. Out to TPT down low. Here's Charlie Geller for 3. Not going to convert. Offensive rebound's good. Maybe they got to keep shooting them to get the offensive rebound to score from inside, because that's what's been working. Now a 9-point game, 7:16 left on the clock. We will be right back. Tonight's contest brought to you by West Coast Sand and Gravel. West Coast Sand and Gravel is the proud sponsor of Biola Athletics. West Coast Sand and Gravel is a wonderful and natural partnership since the company shares the same vision and faith-based values as Biola. The company's been in business since 1968 and serves California and Phoenix with import and export, environmental waste, hauling sports field products, and other construction needs. Thank you, West Coast Sand and Gravel, for your support of this season opener. So, Serena, I said I was growing gray hair. I feel like I'm losing hair at this point. 1 for 19. That is 5% as a team from beyond the arc. But they're making up for it. All of these points coming from inside. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know what more to say about this, the three-point shooting, Jake. I mean, we've talked about it so many times throughout the game, but I'm just curious. Do they see what we're seeing on our side? I'm just curious.
Here's the thing, though, with these guys are confident enough to take the shot no matter what the stats look like. Aranda bumping. Could be a goaltend. He hit the backboard. They're not going to call it. No, they missed that. That should be a goaltend.
I'm surprised they're not reviewing that one.
The entire Eagles bench was thinking the same thing. But nonetheless, 2 free throws here for Facundo Aranda. Aranda also a quiet night, 4 points for him. Make it 5 after that make. 6 for 11 now as a team. Facundo Aranda in the last game, only 2 points. In 28 minutes. I've seen some really good spurts from Aranda offensively, scoring well in the double digits at times last year. Taking some strong contact. Ball's loose. It's going to be Biola basketball. Aranda is shaken up. He ran straight into a ball screen from Moonaclock. It's over 100-pound difference.
Anytime I see players running into a screen that they don't see, it's always so scary because they're coming into a lot of impacts that they don't even anticipate. That's always scary.
Especially with the size difference of these two guys, 6'10 and 6'1.
Glad to see that he came out okay from that contact.
Don't want to say it, but they miss another three. There's the Cougars. Foul called after the floater. 2 more shots here for San Marcos. So 4 fouls for Walker Weir. Some foul trouble here. 4 for Tyus Parrish-Tillman. But only 16 fouls here in the second half. Shooting 2 is Micah Boone, who scored 3 points, including a free throw made in the last game.
I can't help but comment on the basketball shoe variety we have today and all the different colors.
Well, it was what we talked about too in the pregame. Lots of variety, like you said. We got some marshmallow shoes. We got some Kobe's. That guy's got the StockX tag still on his shoe. What's going on there? I mean, hey, if you drop 30-some points in a game, you might as well keep it on.
Is that the key? Is that the key to dropping 30? Is having your Kobe with the StockX tag on it? I don't know.
I would never know. My career high is probably like 4 points after the 6th grade. 2 for 2 from the line. Eagles are going to need to run. Down 9, 6 minutes left to go. There's Brown trying to find some space. Off balance, unreal. A circus shot for Cam Brown. 15 points for Brown in this one. They're down 7. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Driving through. Can't convert. Second chance effort's no good. Third opportunity ripped away. A lot of contact, no call. Here's Brown up top. 20 seconds left. Gets a lot of space. Oh my goodness. He's saying, I'm like that, and he's not lying. 17 points for number 2. 4 under 5 minutes left to go here. It's a 5-point game. It's starting to pick up in terms of the energy here at Chase. Little shot recovered and rebounded by guess who? Cam Brown.
I like the confidence in Cameron Brown tonight. It's really showing. I mean, 17 points. He's having a great showing.
Geller up top. They need it. They got it. It's about time they knock in a 3 ball. And stolen from Facundo Aranda with the right hand. It's good. We are all tied up. Nobody was watching it except us. Facundo Aranda with the steal, with the score. We are tied up 57 apiece. Just over 4 minutes left to go. We got ourselves a great game at Chase Gymnasium. No better way to start off the year. We'll be back. feel like I blinked my eyes and all of a sudden the game's tied. What a run from the Eagles, including, guess what, a three-pointer that was made by Charlie Gaylor, ruining that cold streak that I don't even want to talk about. We'll move on from it. It's a tie game with just over 4 minutes. Wow, what a game we got here at Chase.
Yeah, we have a great energy momentum shift right now. People are on their feet in the crowd screaming defense. Can Biola keep riding this energy shift?
It's a question that will only get answered with time. 4 minutes left. Love with 15 left to shoot. Had the lead for most of this half. Up and missed. Chris Harris on the jump ball. Staying with the Eagles. Nobody agrees with that one, including me. No harm, no foul, though, for the Eagles. Possession arrow does change over to San Marcos. Zaranda thought about pulling up. Gaylor, who knocked in the three just a moment ago. And a travel call. Zaranda stepped before he dribbled. TPT back in the game for the Eagles. We talked about before he checked out in some foul trouble with 4 personal. There's Love, who's brought it back up with 11 points after a very cold first half. Going up. The fans tricked him. It's an air ball. And a foul called after the shot. So shooting 2 is number 2, Aaron Reagan. Lead changes so far in this game. The last lead for the Eagles was when it was back in the first half. First free throw is no good.
You can see that this energy is having an effect on the receivers.
Again, the senior transferring in from Sonoma State. Brings them back in, ahead up 1. Points for Reagan. Miller, pump fake. Out to the corner. Chris Harris going on the baseline. No call. Here come the Cougars. Driving downfield, ripped away. Chris Harris all alone on Love. It's good. Biola back in front, 59-58, 7 points for Chris Harris.
What an impressive effort by Biola, having 30 points in the paint so far this game.
Shoot 3, rattles in and out. I cannot believe the Eagles are even in this game. 2 for 21 from deep, and they are in the lead. I've never seen this before in my life. Slow things down. Fans are on their feet. Under 10 shoot. Extra pass to Brown. Hopping through. Extra pass TPT. Off the glass and in. TPT not having as strong of an offensive night as he did before. Only 6 points, but knocking one in at the right time. Minute and a half left to go. Whistle called off the ball. It was Charlie Gaylor trying to get the pass Sent over to Love. One-and-one opportunity now for Love, who about him many times so far this broadcast. Very strong offensive showcase. First game, 11 points here tonight. In the first. This was, I love that 7 for 7 from the line yesterday.
You mentioned how you don't really see this. Biola still being in the game with the stats that they have at the 3-point line. But let's mention the 6 steals that they have in this game. I think the defensive effort for them is what helped them come back and gain this lead.
Remember, we talked about it in the women's game. Great teams are able to come back and fight through adversity. That's what they've done here. Risky pass deflected away, staying with the Eagles. They're asking us if they have a replay. They're going to decide to hold off, because they overturned the call anyway. A minute left to go, a chance to regain the lead. Out to the wing. Good recovery from the Eagles. Surprised they didn't take it. Inside, foul call, 2 shots. Dexter Stratton, redshirt senior. Let's see if all the years of collegiate experience and the ability to reduce nerves pays off here. A chance to not only tie, but to take the lead if he makes them both.
75% on the free line. We'll see how if the Eagles can convert on the free throw.
This one's good. Gaboon into the game, replacing Aaron Reagan. Take the lead. They do it. Clutch factor for Dexter Stratton. Under a minute left to go, and a timeout called by head coach Dave Holmquist. A nail biter here at Chase, 61-62. Eagles down 1. We got 42 seconds left. Seconds left on the clock. And as we see the Eagles team plotting and scheming what they want to do, what do you think the Eagles have drawn up here? Still a couple possessions worth of time, but what do you think the Eagles are trying to figure out here on this possession?
You know, I think that they want to get a good shot off, but you said they've had a lot of success in the paint, so I can see them going and driving inside, drawing a foul, or just simply getting a layup. There's still 25 on the shot clock, 37 on the main clock, so they have time.
They need to take a 3 either. 2 will put them back in the lead. Chris Harris taking his time. 3-pointer from Gaylor. It's good! They have been missing everything from deep except Charlie Gaylor. He is coming in clutch. They're up 2. 10 seconds on the clock and a whistle called. On the ground.
We talked about the 3-point shooting, but I guess they're making it when it counts.
It's only been one man from deep. Charlie Geller, 10 points. He fouls out. But he made it count when it mattered most. Still plenty of time left here for anything to happen. Walker will have to replace Charlie Geller. About the last man that you want at the line if you are the Biola Eagles. Scratches in the first. Puts him within one.
We got a game, Jake. We have a game on our hands.
Second one's good too. He waves at that crowd. Tied up. One opportunity here. We might have a buzzer beater at Chase. It's Brown with 5 on the clock. He loses it. 2 seconds. They call timeout. 1.6 on the clock right now as it stands. They're going to look to see if they need to make any adjustments to the clock, but a costly turnover gives San Marcos a chance to win this game. It's 64 apiece. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll look over the clock and we'll be back. So right now we're waiting to see what the referee crew wants to switch the time to. Right now it's 1.6 seconds after the Brown turnover. We're doing some unconventional things over here, using a phone to see what the clock was at after he turned the ball over. If I had to guess, the clock only ran, I was going to say about a second, so 2.5 on the clock. That is plenty of time for San Marcos to get a shot off. We have seen shots made with less than a second on the clock. The question is where was the timeout called and where are they going to inbound the ball? It's going to be on the opposite side of the court. It's going to make it a lot more difficult.
In this moment, can Biola stay disciplined? Fingers crossed here to nail biter.
Harris retreating back. A football-esque play. Here's Love. Keeping it up. A foul called at the buzzer. And they're going to review this. So benches will go to their normal spots. They're going to see if there was contact made after the shot. Right now, as it stands, it's a foul call. It'll be free throws for San Marcos. This is crazy, Serena. This is insane. We're going to have to stay here, wait to see what's going on.
Right, because with the clock out after they called that foul, was the game clocked out and then we'll go into overtime, right?
So that's the question. I don't know if they're reviewing whether the foul was called or whether they want to adjust the clock, because the foul was called with 0.2, maybe 0.1 on the clock. There was not enough time for there to be a continual game. So I can't really tell. I can't understand if they're trying to figure out what the clock is at or if that was even a foul. I think they're confirming the foul, right?
I'm not sure. I mean, Holmquist came over and he was arguing that it wasn't a foul, and the ref was saying that was for sure a foul. So like, again, it's the question, is it the time or is it a foul?
Heartbreaking for the Eagles. 0.3 on the clock. Sending in one of the best free throw shooters in the nation. All he needs to do is make one and this game's over. 2 shots with them being in the double bonus. Actually, 3 shots. They're going to say that they fouled him on the shot. Can't believe it.
What an interesting play.
Converts on the first. That is definitely going to do it. That is a nail in the coffin. At this point, you can continue to stat pad. And a timeout from the Eagles. Don't think 0.3 is going to be enough to get a shot off, even if he makes it. If he misses it, there's no way. If you're San Marcos, you want to just miss this free throw, let them get the rebound, and be done with it. Unbelievably heartbreaking. There was what looked to be an opportunity for the Eagles with about 10 seconds left. Brown unfortunately turned it over. Probably the worst deck of cards you could have been dealt for the Eagles in that last position.